Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you? Are you out in the streets protesting? Because apparently millions of you are in Germany, which means I need to know what's going on. Multiple people have sent this in to be requested. Some not giving their name, but Joska, among others, protesting against the far right, which I had just heard, with the whole, the protest with the tractors, about the tax cut for farmers getting removed, that the far right was trying to take advantage of that situation and promote themselves or something. I don't know. I don't like to get very political on this channel, but this is huge news. So I need to know what's going on.
Organizers say more than 1.4 million people have taken part in demonstrations against
1.4 million
far right across Germany over the weekend.
Wow.
In Munich, the rally had to be cut short because of overcrowding. The protests were announced at more than 100 locations nationwide. Here in Berlin, thousands of people demonstrated outside the parliament. The outrage follows reports that members of the Alternative for Germany party had a meeting with far-right extremists to discuss plans for mass deportation of migrants and citizens with foreign roots. Our political
deporting citizens? Whoa!
Correspondent Thomas Sparrow was at the demonstration in Berlin, and he joins us now for more. Good to see you, Thomas. So give us a sense of what the protest in the German capital was like. So who were the people who came out today, and what was their overarching message?
Well, the organizers presented the protest today here in Berlin as an alliance of different organizations, mainly civil society organizations, but what was evident
civil society organizations
today,
don't know what that means,
in the streets here in Berlin, in the center of Berlin, was that it was more than just civil society organizations.
I need to translate some of these signs. Hold on. I have to say this one looks like it's French. Je suis links grün versift. Man, this is giving me trouble. I mean, I can see links. So je suis means I am. I don't know what, but that's French, which throws me off. But anyway, links grün, left green soiled, but versift means filthy. I have a feeling this is something like, it reminds me of here in America when I think it was Hillary Clinton called right-wingers deplorable, and so the right-wingers say, oh, I'm the deplorable one. That's me, and I'm proud. This is kind of the opposite. It makes me think someone on the right called them like deplorable greens or filthy greens. It also reminds me of Je suis Charlie after the Charlie Hebdo attack. Okay, AFD verbo. I got to translate that one. AFD banned immediately. Interesting. It's kind of interesting language, especially reading something like that as an American. I'm like, how do you ban a political party? What does that mean? You can't really do that here in America. I don't know if you can do that in Germany.
Organizations, you could see.
I guess maybe if it was labeled like a terror group.
Older people coming to the protest as well, families with young children holding different messages.
I'm going to translate that. My future without Nazis. Wow.
And banners. And what I think unites all of these people.
I don't think I need to translate that one. I think I got the gist of it.
Who attended this protest not far away from where we're standing now is their rejection of the far-right party.
Much love.
AFD in particular, after those revelations that you mentioned, that secret meeting that was attended by members of the AFD with extremists to present that master.
It's sketchy anytime you're talking about a secret meeting. You know what I mean? That's like some Illuminati type stuff. Secret meeting.
Plan for mass deportations here in Germany if the AFD actually.
How did we find out about the secret meeting? I guess it wasn't so secret.
Comes to power. So this is certainly what united them all. Here, the big question, Mariana, is what impact this will have in the short term, but also in the medium to long term as well.
Well, and Thomas, as we also mentioned, it wasn't only in Berlin. There were an estimated 1.4 million people that turned out to protest all over Germany in different cities throughout the weekend. And it really seems like it's as if
That's pretty amazing. I mean, that's well over 1% of the population turning out.
Something has hit a nerve. Why do you think it is in this moment something that people care about so deeply?
It absolutely hit a nerve here in.
It hit a nerd. Like a bully in high school. It hit the nerd.
In Germany, you can see that by the fact that you had so many protests, and not only in big cities like Berlin or Hamburg or Cologne, but also in smaller cities across the country. It has to do, obviously, with the fact that Germany.
I see the weather's looking about the same in Germany as it is here in Indiana. Random tangent.
Has this very difficult, this troubling.
Translate that one. I don't know. I can't. I don't understand this one.
And problematic past, and a meeting of far-right extremists that are planning a master plan to deport millions of foreigners actually brought back memories of that very dark past. It's actually very problematic to think that the meeting in November took part only a few kilometers away from where the Nazis in 1942 planned their final solution. And that is something that is for many here outrageous, something that cannot happen again, something that cannot be repeated. So that's, I think, the main reason why these protests hit a nerve.
Whew, I don't know why. That gave me some chills. It's just crazy. They're right next to where the final solution was plotted. And it's crazy that, I mean, Germany has come so far since then. Like, that really could never be repeated. At least that's what the whole, there's no way. That's just, it's unbelievable that it's even having to be discussed. Wow, what a crazy time it is right now.
Here in Germany, but it also has to do with the fact that the AfD is actually second in nationwide polls here in the country with around 22%, and is actually leading in polls in the eastern.
Around 22%.
And
I mean, deportations, of course, it's not the same as, I'm not trying to say it's the same as the Holocaust. But, I mean, just the fact that the news reporters are even having to draw that comparison. Man, tensions are high.
Nationwide polls here in the country with around 22%, and is actually leading in polls in the eastern part of the country, where regional elections will be held later in the year.
And Thomas, you mentioned it yourself. The big question, of course, is whether these protests are going to have an impact on how people actually end up voting. What's your take? Do you think this kind of mass movement of people is likely to turn at least some away from the AfD, or could it have the opposite effect?
Experts are saying, Mariana, that it probably won't change the minds of those who have voted for the AfD for a long time now. So voters that would not necessarily think that these allegations or these revelations could change things. But where experts think that there could be a change is in people who are undecided. So undecided voters who probably are now thinking that they can go to the.
I do feel like the more extreme a political party gets, it becomes less likely an undecided centrist voter, by definition, is going to vote for them.
polls, even if it is to vote against the AfD. So this is where experts actually do see a possibility for change. It will be interesting, however, to see whether these protests continue in the next few weeks, in the next few months. The elections in the regions in the eastern part of the country are actually in September, so there's still quite some time to go. It'll be interesting to see how this movement here in Berlin and in other parts of the country will continue in the near future.
Thank you very much for that, Thomas. That was DW political correspondent Thomas Spera for us in Berlin.
Man. Times are crazy out there politically in Germany right now. I feel like the whole country, it feels kind of on edge, you know, with everything that's gone on in the world. The world's kind of crazy right now. Wars, inflation, people on the brink of, you know, people are having a hard time economically. We may not be in recession, but a lot of people feel that way. And a lot of times that spawns some really volatile political situations, and that seems to be what's going on. And, you know, just a couple of weeks ago, it was the farmers' protest. And it has escalated. I don't know if this has anything to really do directly with the farmers' protest. I don't think so. I guess it's all about this secret meeting. Whew, crazy. Well, I'm gonna keep up to date with that. Thanks for suggesting it. I love to just understand what's going on in Germany. You know what I mean? I hate to be out of the loop. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.